Yo, shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. What's going on? Shalom. Shalom, greetings, grace, peace, and many blessings to everyone that is tuning in. Shalom. I don't have a lesson to do here in particular, but I want to have a conversation with you. I want to have a conversation with everybody. I hope everybody is having a tremendous day. It is beautiful in the land here of ATL, Georgia. It is beautiful. The sun is out. I don't see any chance of rain, any clouds or anything like that. And so definitely excited for this wonderful day. I'm going to go ahead and get out here. Blessings to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And so definitely want to talk to you, just have a conversation really quick. I haven't been doing any lives. I've been mostly giving most of my attention to our assemblies and things like that, and just really pouring into them and trying to get things lined up. We have a lot on our plate and things like that, and so just trying to get things situated and in order and delegated and things like that, and so just really been just kind of focusing on that and whatnot. And so I was just sitting here and just thinking about, over the course, and shalom to everybody that is tuned in and things like that. And so we have to come to a point that, everybody, that's all we've heard for several months is, about the pandemic, and we're hearing about there's 36 million people unemployed and things like that. There's just so much going on out here, and so the question that I just really want to know, because I see people focusing on everything, no matter what it is, it's always something. Everybody's talking about something, but what I'm not hearing is people talk about what the Most High God has told them to do, or how people focus on what he told you to do, or are you just more focused on what everything else is being reported? Are you focused on what somebody's not doing? Are you focused on who's rumbling and rivalry? Are you focused on your problems? Are you focused on all of these things? We can tend to give more time to things that are outside of what is told for us to do, to the point to where we don't even have time to even do what we say that he told us to do. There's so many people that I've had conversations with, and they talk about, well, this is what he told me to do, and this is what I'm supposed to do. But then when you look over the landscape and you look at them, if you have a relationship with those people and you're able to look at them, you're seeing that many of them are more focused on things outside, more focused on the news, more focused on all of these negative things that's going on. Let me tell you something, man, listen, there is going to be problems and there's going to be situations in the earth until Christ comes back. The question is, are you going to do what he told you to do? And here's the thing, even during the time that Yeshua walked and his disciples, they had troubles, they had negative things said about them, they had issues and things stacked against them, but it never distracted them from the mission of what he was told to do, what he was sent here to do, nor did it distract him from developing his disciples. And so the question I'm asking is, when are you going to do what he told you to do? Or the reason why you aren't doing what he told you to do, maybe because he never told you to do it. Because the things that have entered into your heart that he's told you to do, you cannot get rid of those things. No matter how hard Jonah tried, he was told to go to Nineveh. No matter how hard he tried to get away from it, no matter how many excuses that Jeremiah had about his situation, about what he was called to do, what was put into him, what he was told to do, they couldn't shake it. And so when I look over the landscape, I'm like, yo, are you functioning? Are you walking in what you claim? Because many of us, we don't know what the Most High told you to do. We only go by what you say he told you to do. So when you look at it and it seems to be contrary, then the red flags have to go up. Because the question is, did he actually tell? Because when he tell you to do something and it's in your heart and it's in your being, I don't care what's going on. It's not going to distract you or pull you away from what he told you to do. And so again, looking over the landscape, okay, seeing all this stuff, everybody's talking about something. Everybody's worried about this. Everybody's worried about that. And more people are talking more about the situation and the problem and what's going on in the earth than they are talking about their assignment, than they're talking about what the Most High is told them to do. When you read the scriptures is already laid out. The scriptures are already plainly laid out as to what is going to be happening in the earth. It's already a script and a movie that's already been written. So if it's already been written, and many of us who read the scripture, and many of us who say we have understanding of the scripture, then why are we giving more attention to what's bound to happen and what is going to happen than we are what we're called to do? Because here's the thing. Whatever he tells you to do, whatever he tells you to do, many of us do, we still buck. Many of us haven't come into the fullness of who we are called to be because we're too busy trying to be somebody else. Or we're too busy trying to go against what he told us to do. Or we're too busy focused on things outside of what he told us not to do. Stay focused, beloved. You have to stay focused. And that's the issue. That's the problem. The problem is we are not remaining focused. And so I want to come to you today and talk to you about these things. And see, that's the thing. And here's the thing. Numbers always drop. Let me tell you something. Here's another thing that I notice. If you're not talking about certain things, people don't want to hear it. That means that people don't want to be poured into. They just want to fulfill their agenda or whatever they feel is their thing. And I see this all the time. I see it all the time. You get on the live. If I was on here on the live and I was talking about drama, if I was on the live and I was talking about Esau, if I was on the live and I was talking about death to this, whatever it is, if I was on the live and I was talking about all of these things that people want to hear, your numbers will go to the roof. But when you start talking about something that's kingdom, that's actually going to apply and actually better yourself, people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. America doesn't want a love story. America want bad relationships. America don't want to see you talking about how much you love the Most High and how much you live in. No, America want to see just how much you go against it. They'll televise you if you're not doing, if you're doing the contrary to righteousness. And this is the same thing in our community. It's the same thing in our community. If I was on here going at some Christian or banging on some Israelite, people will be sharing and commenting and things will be going crazy. So this is the thing that I know. This is the reason why Yeshua would separate from those type of situations, because they're not productive. They're not productive and they're hindrance toward the kingdom. It's the same thing when he told his disciples. His disciples like, yo, they're over there doing things and they don't roll with us. They're more concerned about them folk across town doing something and they don't roll with us. Not only that, they even asking questions about who's going to be the greatest. Who's going to be the greatest amongst us? They more worried about their status and how great they going to be, and they more worried about who not rocking with them. And Yeshua like, yo, first of all, if you want to be the great, you better serve. You got to serve. If you worry about them folk across town, you not even focused on what you were called to do because you're too busy worried about other folks. You're too busy worried about other folks to where you cannot do anything that I told you to do. And you want to be great? How can you be great when focusing on other people? Let me help some people out. How can you be great if you're too busy worried about other people? Looking at and I'm going to end right here, looking at the Jordan documentary. Jordan did not care about the greatness of Magic, Bird, anything. No, he focused on himself. It's hard to, let me tell you something. It is hard to find talented people with great work ethic. Jordan was a talented, gifted individual that had work ethic. Either you got one or the other. It's very rare that you find both. It's very rare that you find both. But he wasn't worried about, he was too busy worried about being great and getting the best out of himself and his teammates. This is what Yeshua was. Yeshua was worried about being great in who he was and getting the greatness out of the 12 he chose. You ain't too busy worried about, I don't care what somebody doing over there across town. I don't care what this ministry doing, that ministry doing. I don't care what this person doing, that person teaching. It doesn't matter to me. I know what I'm called to do. And when you become resolved in that, then you worried about yourself. And when you worry about yourself, you don't have to worry about drama. You don't have to worry about drama when you worried about yourself. When you start worrying about other folks, that's when drama starts. And what happens is you get sucked into the drama because you want to be a part of the peanut gallery. So you have to pay attention to make sure you stay focused on what he called you to do. Because if he ain't called you or if he ain't told you something, here's the other side of the coin. He will prove that you're a liar. I don't have to prove you to be a liar. Your pastor, the other pastor on the street, your cousin, your friend, your sister, none of these people have to prove that you are a liar. If you say that the Most High have told you something, if you say that he told you something and you say that you got the truth and all this other stuff, he will prove you to be a liar. All you got to do is give it time. Give it time. Shalom to everybody that's tuning in. And thank everybody for posting your comments. It's helping not only me, but it's helping everybody else. You will be proven to be a liar. This is why you can't, this is why, don't worry about it. There's nothing that you can do. The Most High is the one in charge of proving liars. He does a great job of exposing liars. I said this all the time. I say this constantly over and over to y'all. He does an excellent job. It's three things that he does an excellent job at: blessing people, killing people, and exposing people. Those three things are guaranteed to happen. And sometimes it's better to be exposed than to be killed, because that's even a part of his grace, exposing you to people to stop from killing you. And so all I want to just talk to you about today, man, be encouraged. Don't get caught up in the stuff that's going on out here. Stay focused. Make sure you fulfill your assignment, whether that's be a part of a ministry, within the ministry, whether that's an extension of a ministry, whether that's in your own individual lives. Make sure you do the fullness and fulfill your greatness and your potential. Do not get caught up in the cares of this world, man. Don't get caught up in the drama. Don't get caught up in all this stuff that's going on out here. you pay attention, you stay focused. If you read the scriptures, he tells you what's going to go down. He tells you about the demonic forces. He tells you about his saving grace. He tells you that his son was going. He told you his son was going to come. He told you how his son was going to redeem. He told you how he was going to come as the lamb. He told you how he's going to return as the lion. This thing is already laid out. The picture is already painted. Why are you worried about what's going on when the story has already been written? You're the characters in the story doing your part. All of us are just extras. And extras, we're not the main character in the text. We are extras in a script that's already been written. And here's the thing about extras. There's some extras who get 5 seconds of camera time. There's some extras who get 20 minutes of camera time. The question is, how have you perfected your craft? How great is your resume to get more time? That's the question. Everybody want to know, well, why does it seem like doors opening for this person? Why is it that doors open for that person? Why is it that, absolutely, Casey, why is he doors opening? You know why? Because maybe this person in their portfolio as an extra, maybe they've done more movies than you, and maybe they got more on-screen time than you, and maybe people are more familiar with their face. And that's the thing. That's it. That's what it is. The Most High is no respecter of persons, but the Most High does respect faithful people. He does respect that. He's no respecter of persons, but he does respect how faithful you are. That is something that he's going to respect. He respects that. Are you giving him drive-by prayers, or are you spending time with him? It's only two type of people. It's only two type of people that pray: drive-bys and laborers. People, do you park and spend time with him, or do you just drive by and blow the horn and yell at the house? These are the questions, and we wonder why. Why does it seem that some people more advancing more than others? So remember, do what he told you to do. Don't get caught up in the cares of this world. Don't get caught up in all this stuff. Don't get caught up in all the negativity, the naysayers. Don't get caught up in what Trump talking about, the politics. Don't get caught up in the COVID-19 stuff, all this other stuff. I'm like, man, people are just share this video before it get deleted. Why? Watch this video before it get deleted. Why? What is the purpose of watching this video before it get deleted? Is it going to help me with my calling? Is this video going to help me? Because we live in a day and age right now, every second of your life is important. I'm not going to watch a video that's going to take away 5 minutes of my life that I can't get back. If this video is not going to help me, push me into what I've been called to do, I have no time to watch it. I have no time for it. I am at a place right now in my life where I'm going to maximize and get every second. I'm going to take every potential moment that I can. I'm not going to deal with any negativity. I'm not going to be dealing with all this other stuff out here. I'm not doing it. Let me tell you something. I had about 4,500 people on my friends list. I'm down to about 2,000 people on my friends list. Over the past 2 weeks, I've been going through my friends list, and I have been deleting and blocking a whole lot of folks because I don't need it in my life right now. I don't need it in my life right now. I don't want to scroll up the wall and see anything that's not going to help me advance in my calling. I'm deleting and unfriending all kind of folk. Go check my friends list. Almost 2,000 people from about 4,600. I'm not doing it, man. I don't want to see it on my wall. I don't want to see it on my timeline. I don't want to hear it in no conversation. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not giving ear to anything that's outside of what my calling is at this moment. Because I don't have time for it. The more I pay attention to that, the more it takes away from me doing what I'm supposed to do. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. In this day and age, you got to use the wisdom that the Most High has given you and don't be wasting time. All right? Shalom to you all.